The idea of forming concepts and categorizing new instances as part of those concepts, as part of those categories, it's a little vague, but once you start citing particular examples, it makes more sense. A concept might be, by her definition, and I like it, representation of an object, event, or pattern. So what is a person that's liberal? What does it mean to get the cold shoulder? What's a sports car? Those are all concepts. Category is a class of things that share a core of perceptual, functional, biological properties. There's a particular thing that's an oncologist that's different from an everyday doctor, treats cancer. What's a bird? A bird has hollow bones and feathers. It's not necessary that it fly, etc. So those things are strictly defined. I was fascinated at a relatively late age to find out that a cucumber was a fruit based on that categorization. I don't know what the particulars are. I think it has to do with seeds. Same with tomatoes. Just kind of an interesting piece of trivia always that I found. So the classical view of concepts is that, in particular, the classical view of concepts holds that features represented are individually necessary and sufficient in their collectivism. So each feature is necessary for it to be that thing, and collectively they're sufficient for it to be that thing. So can I give you an example? What is a bachelor? As I am. I'm 54, never married, kind of a weird situation. But it's a male, an adult, so over 18, and unmarried, that's the definition, and human. Now, the connotation of it, this is the denotation. The connotation of a bachelor is never married, but strictly speaking, a divorced fella could be a bachelor also. But those things are necessary for a fellow to be a bachelor, and collectively they're sufficient. No other thing is required for bachelorhood. There's no fifth thing. An even number is an integer, the whole number, divisible by 2, and that's it. Those two things collectively are sufficient, and each is necessary. A triangle, it's planar, it's two-dimensional, it's closed, and it has 3 sides. And parenthetically, she doesn't even say that the interior angles must sum to 180, but I guess that's understood. So if it has 3 sides, it's forced to have those interior angles. I love geometry. I think it was fun. So there are some assumptions in this classical view. The concepts list features that all the members have. So let me clean that up. That didn't read too well. It lists the features that all the members have. So all the members of a triangle are closed figures, 3 sides, etc. All the members have that. The membership is clear-cut, it's defined. There's no ambiguity about whether something is a triangle. Now, maybe some other things, there is some ambiguity. The members are equal. A 3, 4, 5 triangle is the same as an isosceles triangle. And again, I'm expressing my love for geometry. My teacher for geometry 35 years ago, really, gosh, even more than that, 37 years ago, was about the same age that I am now. So if she's still with us, she'd be in her early 90s. A lovely teacher, very, very dedicated. So now it begs a question. Why do we hold typical instances more firmly than others? So for instance, we know that a robin is a bird, and we quickly affirm that in a reaction time task. But an emu, if you're not sick to death of those Liberty insurance commercials, that's also a bird. It's a large bird that doesn't fly and that weighs a lot, and they're very aggressive. They're very dangerous. But I'm quicker to say that a robin is a bird. Why do we strain to list necessary and sufficient properties for some category members? For example, and I mentioned this before, what is a mammal? A mammal is a moving organism that has lungs, but if I remember the classification or the membership details, they have mammary glands and they have live young. They don't have eggs that are expelled outside the body. That could be it. So as a decision to help us with that, we have this idea of a prototype that we'll address next.